Alright, now. For this test run, I'm going to be running a locust, and in fact for every subsequent run, I'm probably going to be running a locust, because a locust is my absolute favorite mech to play ever of all time. Partially because I love the suicidal vibes you have from tabletop, and partially because I love the fact that I can get a direwolf to miss me with all 2 of its Gauss rifles and millions of its lasers. Anyway, so hopefully we'll get something like a 50 damage round where I run into the enemy and not immediately die. I always figured those are the most entertaining.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
For Valhalla! I really should have shouted that out in the actual voice chat. That would have been nice. I actually got to avoid scouting the saddle, even though I generally like doing that, because if you scout in an area that's dangerous, the chances are a little too good that the rest of your team's going to follow you. Because there's nothing that's better in a quick play match than for all of your assaults to try going saddle so that they can all die in a single push. And as a general rule, whatever can get your team killed fastest is the sort of strategy they're most likely to follow. Soon. Hopefully they aren't looking at me.
Airstrike online.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Engaging submarine mode. Looks like a really bad 80s video in here. Music video, of course. No point in trying to diss on regular 80s videos. Those include they're actually good movies.
Target acquired.
Target spotted. Where the hell are they?
Base is being captured.
Seen a couple of assaults.
New target acquired.
We got any lights?
UAV activated.
I can head back to base.
New target acquired.
No.
Base is being captured.
Fast.
Base 25% captured.
Jeez, yeah, there's way too many of them for me to fight by myself.
Base is being captured.
So here we're seeing a classic strategy that works on pretty much every mech. Although, truth be told, I could face tank this guy. He's running 4 AC2s. He's actually running less firepower than the standard armaments used by lights.
Maybe I can't go.
He can only do a total of 8 damage per pulse. I can do around 20. But there is the fact that he's got backup. Run like hell.
New target acquired.
Just keep running. Fortunately, this is actually my job as a mech, is just to distract them. That's what a lot of people don't get about lights. You're not actually supposed to be going directly for the kill. You're just supposed to be buying time for the rest of your team. If the rest of your team can win the fight, you're doing a good job. You don't necessarily need to kill shit ton of people in a light mech. And in fact, the kills are sort of just a side effect of doing a really good job.
Right arm destroyed.
case, I can already basically tell you that my efforts are going to be
Heat
for naught.
level critical.
I love it whenever they do that whole jump jet away thing, because it always gives me plenty of time to actually cool down my mech. It's like, guess what, buddy? You're not actually buying yourself any time. I can hit you whenever I want. My small pulse lasers do actually give me enough distance where I can back up and still shoot at you if you go up like that. Despite the lack of a vote of confidence I gave to my team, they're actually doing a lot better than I'd initially thought they would. I'm in trouble.
Center torso
This guy's got help
damage.
now.
Left torso critical damage. Left leg critical damage. Airstrike.
That's why I like to drop
activated.
some smoke and run. I don't really have that option available to me, though.
Left arm critical damage. Heat level critical. Left arm destroyed. Heat sink destroyed.
As you can see, you can easily actually take apart a
New
good
target
mech as
acquired.
long as you know what you're doing, even if they are a good pilot, and even if they have the advantage on armor.
New target acquired.
It's because, for the most part, a lot of players don't actually think too closely about what they're doing.
Heat level critical.
Had that guy actually been considering his maneuverability when he was flying around like that, he might have had a good chance. I'm about to die. Especially when I'm teleporting all over the place like a freaking madman. Alright, now get some help from this dude.
New target acquired.
This Kid Fox doesn't know is he actually has the advantage on me.
Heat level critical. Target destroyed. Target
Oh, that's
acquired. New target acquired.
It's a bad day when your best option is to give away a critical torso on an XL engine. 472, that's not terrible. Not great, but not terrible.
Airstrike online.
God, this poor guy. Brave death, sir. Brave death. Not many will run willingly into a dire wolf to get killed by, God, what is that? 4 AC5s and, like, probably 8 small lasers? Actually, a little impressed there's anybody who got a higher place than me, although he did have both a kill and an assist above me. So anyway, big part of what actually killed us there was I wasn't able to do my other vital job. You know, as a light, obviously, you're one of the fastest things out there, and since I have ECM, generally speaking, I like to use my speed and my stealth in order to do a little scouting, but I didn't really get a chance there. I was kind of getting my ass kicked by just about everyone, in tactical regards. Obviously, in an actual straight-up fight, you saw I could easily win it, but the problem was I just didn't get a very good opportunity to really charge the enemy, to not charge the enemy, but to scout out the enemy and see what they had going for them. If I'd been able to do that, I might have actually been able to tell them what was what and get them into position before they were absolutely stomped there. Of course, it might have just been that we were playing with a bunch of shitty players and they couldn't do anything. Of course, there's always that. but I like to think that there's actually a possibility for you to change the effect of the battle. Which, I mean, I'd argue I had. I'd turned a rifleman completely around, and I'd gotten a Viper to spend the entire, probably half of the battle, just trying to duke it out with a darn locust. Right. Yep. Honestly, my only preference for these maps would be not Caustic Valley. As you guys probably noted, I'm running 4 small pulse lasers, and I'm still overheating. This is mostly because I've got 3 heat mitigation value on the actual mech lab. The problem is I'm firing those 4 small pulses so darn fast that it doesn't matter how I shoot them, I'm going to overheat eventually. Technically speaking, if I fire them in a full 4 burst, I'll get more mileage out of it, or not more mileage, but more damage out of it, into more critical subsystems, but it's honestly not worth it. I can just do some manual aim and get basically the same results, and it does reduce the amount of face staring you have to do, but I'm not too good about torso twisting anyway. But it doesn't look like it mattered. We got Mining Collective. The problem with Mining Collective is it's a massive wild card. It's about the closest you get to a brawly map nowadays, and depending on the way your team positions itself and who they decide to follow, you could get absolutely bum rushed without ever having any say in the matter. Personally, I'd argue that if the rest of our buddies' mechs would just stick around with the assaults, we'd have a better chance, because I personally could cause a massive distraction, and I don't need any help. I'm also a pretty damn good scout, so they'll know where to go before they actually have to start moving.
Sensors
But
online.
generally speaking, players are too impatient to actually stick with their assaults, and assaults have started moving to reflect that. And that's actually a big problem in and of itself. As a scout, I kind of need them to be able to hold their own in order to find the best and most opportune time to attack, as well as actually have my intel be of some use. Did you like the little skip I did there? Jumped out of the pylon and jumped on the ground. I love doing that. It's mechrobatics, as I like to call it. Really easy to pull off at a high-speed mech, but, you know, that's beside the point. This portion of the map right here, by the way, is a godsend. Nobody actually ever looks at the little spot next to the out of bounds. Nobody really thinks to traverse it, so there's no point in paying attention to it, which means that you can use it to sneak past mechs even if you're in plain sight. And yes, even if you are bright pink, yellow, and red. That's beside the point, though.
Airstrike online.
Oh, well, hello. We got a little rifleman here. Free kill. I know, I'm a terrible person. I'm killing this poor AFK guy. I'll go cry myself to sleep with all of my C-bills I'm earning.
Target destroyed.
Perhaps if they would, oh, there we go.
Target acquired.
Did Timberwolf happen to notice that his buddy behind him just got blown up? Nope. He's just gonna go right up the Bravo line by himself to die, like everybody else. Looks like his entire team is doing that, as a matter of fact. He disappeared on me. He pulled a Houdini. He's over there now. I don't know how he juked me like that. He's a damn Timberwolf, but hey.
Need assistance.
Sometimes you get lucky.
Enemy base is
Oh,
being captured.
hi there. Don't mind me. Yeah, there we go. Just keep running away.
Base is being
I'm
captured.
scarier than you. You just don't know it yet. Yes, that's right. Only turn to fight once you've lost a
Enemy
torso.
base is being captured.
You are a tactical genius, sir.
Base is being captured. Target destroyed. New target acquired.
It's actually little mistakes like that that allow me to survive. In rapid succession, too. Just about every player makes them, and, you know, against a heavy mech or like an assault or something, it really doesn't matter. But when you're fighting a light, you have to play on point. Otherwise, they can just outmaneuver you like a bitch. Just like that.
Base 25%
Now, that one wasn't all me. I actually had that buddy over there doing more damage than I could possibly have done. Oh, hey, look, another Jaguar. And he overheated.
Base 50% captured.
Oh, hi there. Yeah, I know, I dropped it.
Base 75% captured.
That was Ubi noting that there was an Artie at his feet, which I would know all about since I was the one to drop it. That's the other thing. Arties are good for two reasons. First of all, they do a little bit of damage without you actually having to look. And second of all, they act kind of like a smoke screen when you drop them. They will definitely draw the attention of anybody firing at you, which might give you just what you need to get away. So, personally, I don't like base win very much, but we were kind of getting ourselves boned there anyway, so you take what you can get, and as you'll note, I way outdamaged the rest of my team, which is funny because I make these claims that I'm definitely not trying to get into a fight, but it always seems like I do get into a fight. When I get into a fight, I do more than anybody else. But like I said, that comes from the mindset that damage is secondary. If you're, as a player, not trying to engage the enemy in every freaking second of the game and actually trying to wait it out and pick your time to fight and actually help your teammates, you'll notice that there's a lot of golden times to attack where you don't actually have to worry about whether or not the rest of the enemy team's going to be breathing down your neck, either because you've actually got backup or because, for whatever reason, the enemy's isolated. It happens even in heavies, although I'll be honest, once I'm in a heavy, for some reason all this extra armor goes to my head and I decide that I am invincible. And so I'll go charging in there with an LB-10X, or 2 LB-10Xs more likely, and I might wreck a little shop, but I'll not wreck nearly as much shop as I will in a locust. Generally speaking, I'm an average heavy player, which anybody, I shouldn't say anybody, but a lot of players can be an average heavy player. I certainly can't play an assault worth anything, mostly because those require patience, and I don't have any of that. I mean, I have the patience to wait it out, but I actually want to see my enemy the whole time I'm waiting. So it's just one of those weird little quirks. Mediums aren't so bad. Got a Shadowhawk that I like to pilot. It's got I think an LB-10X and 3 AC or SRM-6s. Maybe 2 SRM-6s. I think I switched them out to SRM-4s without Artemis. That's beside the point, though. Generally speaking, I like playing brawlers. I suppose Ubi would have called my current build a knife fighter since I'm not actually trading armor. Though that's not technically true. I am trading armor. I'm just trading a whole lot less armor than they are. So, I should totally just start chatting at this guy about how I'm streaming. I should start doing that. Just spontaneously get really mad at people for streaming, but not actually tell them that I was streaming until I get mad at them. Especially get mad at them whenever I'm losing. That would be great.
Sensors online.
No, I'm not.
Weapons online.
I was going to say I'm not that much of an asshole, but my conscience wouldn't let me. I killed dire wolves in a pirate's vein. I am kind of an asshole. And by the way, going whaling in a locust, I don't generally recommend it. even when I do it, I don't really recommend it.
Push in the middle. No reason to do that.
More often than not, when I'm shooting at a dire wolf, I'm not actually intending to get into a straight up engagement with it. I'm just distracting him.
On my way to Delta 3.
Now, you can see that they're coordinating, and they're actually probably going to make this battle even worse for themselves by the coordination they're doing. They're putting themselves onto the side which allows them to peek, and also puts a giant chasm in between them and the enemy. So if they have more brawler mechs than they do snipers, they're going to be running into a bit of a problem. And if the enemy team has better or more snipers than they do, they're clearly going to be winning this engagement. That's why, if as a general rule, I like to go up the 7-6 line.
UAV activated.
Is there a reason why you stopped, Centurion? Please continue on.
Alright, now. Okay, don't go up the 6-7 line. Their entire unit outfit is going up that way. Pull back. I've been giving trying to give the Stormcrow every chance to retreat, but he's just not taking it. There's a reason I didn't engage that guy, buddy. I really didn't want to get into a fight here, and I don't really want to have to abandon you, but unless you start showing that you're going to retreat, I actually can't help
New
you.
target acquired.
That Viper, I almost shot its shadow because it didn't have a marker on it.
Now, if you will just start running away right about now, that would be lovely. Just keep running. Just keep running. Don't stop to fight him. Just keep running. Good man. Good man. Keep running, because there's no way you're winning this fight. Just trust me, you are probably being pursued by everyone, I say, still not in team chattingly. Alright, I can probably let this guy go. Now, my next and most primary objective right now is just to slow them down. They're probably being pursued by, I don't know, all of those guys.
Airstrike.
Oh, Jesus.
Warning, incoming.
Oh, that's bad. Yep.
Oh, look! Locust, what happened? I think you just died for no reason.
Target
Now,
acquired.
you have a guy over there gloating because I died. He didn't realize that the only reason I died was actually because the rest of our team was not actually
New target.
in position.
Artillery strike. Heat level. Airstrike online. Artillery strike online.
Because when I'd said the guy needed to retreat, he didn't retreat, but whatever. We'll see if this magic paint glove manages to do anything. Maybe his formation will win, who
Artillery
knows?
strike online.
Impressively, the
Target
people who
destroyed.
aren't with him are still doing a better job. Yeah.
Airstrike online.
They're all hiding behind Delta 6, Sector 6.
Yeah, there's a couple behind the buildings bearing 113. Also bearing 126, but they're all out.
As you can notice, Elite Venom's talking about let them do the wrong move. How is that the wrong move? They're actually moving across the terrain
I've been
onto
keeping
your
an eye
side
on
from the side
right
you can't
side,
look at
and I haven't seen
through the
anybody trying to
terrain.
push close yet.
This is actually why I have a problem with everybody who considers poking, is they think for some reason if they aren't moving near you, it's somehow a mistake. If they're not moving near you and they're using the terrain to get across, that's not a mistake. That's the proper move. That's how you're supposed to cross an enemy embankment. You're supposed to find the place with the most cover and cross over using it. I don't know exactly what these guys think is supposed to be the right move.
I know. Patience wins this game.
Yes, and you hear now about how patience wins this game. Watch it. I promise you. Those guys in Charlie 7, Delta 7 are going to die because of the supposed patience of their firing line. And the entire thing is going to fall apart, and they're going to fall like a freaking house of cards.
Yeah, guys, you're not
Airstrike
charging on your own. Wait for the rest of the team to catch up to you, and then
Delta 7 lots of them.
Delta 7.
Actually, yeah, it looks like that's pretty much what happened. Although they're lucky they managed to get away. Centurion didn't even take any damage. Boy, look at that. That's basically another mech out of the fight. Look at him. He is completely a brawler mech. There's no way he can fight now. He's got to hide behind somebody else and hope they don't blow up.
That was where they are. One left.
Moreover, they decided to be patient, and they're going along probably the worst battle line that you can. I mean, maybe I'm just being a little overly negative to them, but this spot has no value, no strategic value as far as I can tell. The city line is to their back, so they're going to have to retreat through that, and if any of you have ever tried to reverse in a mech, you know that's not easy. They've left the area completely open. They're actually in what I would call the kill zone right now and fighting, poking along this wall here, which, by the way they're doing it limits their firepower to only a couple of mechs. Furthermore, they've actually given their enemies completely unnecessary cover. Had they gone completely up into the Charlie 7 area, they could have poked from that spot, and they both would have had completely even cover, because there's nothing in between that pass. The enemy couldn't have just advanced on them. Had they flanked, they would have been able to simply push into Delta 7 and kill anything along the way. But now, if the enemy flanks them, where can they go? Into the enemies that are entrenched into the buildings in front of them? That isn't going to work. Still, like I said, they are winning right now, so maybe I'm just being overly negative. Maybe they can pull this away. It certainly wouldn't be the first time when I thought, man, they've got a terrible plan and they managed to pull it out in the end.
New target acquired.
I mean, hell, even this Viper out here who got stranded is doing fairly well. And that flank is not going their way. Man, you can tell this is a poor execution on the enemy's team. Once this flank happened, that other flank should have definitely come in and struck at them. Otherwise, it's a complete waste. They're just sacrificing their people for nothing.
Target destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to get this assumption that they're playing this right just because the enemy actually made a bigger mistake than they did.
Target acquired.
Basically just stormtrooper the shit out of this. Thank God the enemy's as stupid as they are. Like I said though, maybe I'm just assuming that they're more intelligent than they really are.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, they definitely are. I definitely gave them way too much credit here.
Heat level critical. Heat level critical. Heat level critical.
One alive, one missing. One alive, actually, which is good.
Ah, they had two discos. That sucks. I'd say it's something you could power through, but with the team making the mistakes that they did, it was not really the disco's fault. Certainly having another two mechs might have changed the battle, but no point. There we go. Sure. Terra Therma. I actually can't play Terra Therma in this map, but I'm going to vote for it anyway because nobody else can either. Holy shit, it might actually win. This is going to be great. I'm not sure if it was winning because somebody was thinking they'd get extra map votes, or if it was winning because people actually wanted to play Terra Therma for once in their life, but, and Conquest, which basically means this game is pretty much custom designed for my mech, except if I were running Flamers. And you think I'm joking about the Flamers, but I'm not. If you Flamer a clan laser mech in Mordor with a light, you might actually be able to keep them heat locked, even if they have as many heat sinks as they can get, and even if they're running just a bunch of small lasers, because they will. I promise you, they're going to get impatient. If not, you might actually be able to melt the armor off of their mech first. We've got Buzz, Star Whip, and the Pimperator. We might be in a bit of trouble here, because we have Heart Attack, but spelled completely incorrectly. It's like H-A-R-T and attack. I tried pronouncing that. That didn't go well. We do have the Big Ben, though, so maybe we can beat them with the sheer power of our Britishness.
Reactor online. Sensors online.
Ah,
Weapons
good. We
online.
have
All systems nominal.
we have the quite possibly worst speller I've ever seen. Yes, I am actually a snob about that. You'll have to live. When your entire shtick is that you actually have to know what the hell your buddies are talking about before you get blasted to death, it kind of helps when they can spell properly. Anyway, I know that I'm about to get rushed by assaults, and that this is actually a patently terrible idea, but I'm still going to go for Kappa, because it's always fun to try fighting assaults with lights.
Oh, thanks, locust, you idiot. Nice.
Whoa, Manny Mac's over here, Bravo 3.
I have no clue what that Grey Death guy said to me.
Airstrike online.
I'm actually also
Target
kind of
acquired.
impressed that the assaults had the
New
restraint,
target
showed the
acquired.
restraint not to
Nothing
directly
on the
attack
right
Kappa.
side, so they all are there. If you can, run.
I come back there, Netherlands. You lost too much armor, there's nothing. Let us flank them. Come on.
Can you group A up?
Let us flank them. Come.
New target acquired.
Other what?
Shit, he's directly ahead of me. I'd prefer to fight him when he's... Oh no, you threw up a UAV. Now they might know my singular position. I wonder who all's gonna come charging out. Oh jeez, it's happening. No, it's not. I thought the wall was gonna eat me for a second there. Oh no, he threw SRMs at me. A range where he can't even accurately shoot with them. Oh god, what am I gonna do? Oh, like hell I'm gonna let you take down my buddy. Yes, I feed off of your heat.
Arm critical damage.
Oh no, you shot my arm. It's got all my nothing on it.
New target acquired.
Hey Kilo, your buddy's dead. You're next. Yeah, that's right. Run, bitch. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. Oh. Oh, great. You got an Arctic cheetah with you. Okay, come on. Come on. Bring the cheetah to Delta 5. There's no point in trying to fight them both. Come on,
Good
Cheetah.
luck, fellas.
Oh, there you
New
are.
target acquired.
Are you seriously trying to outmaneuver a locust?
Now you come and help me, yes? Hunchback? When I caught this guy, and he caught me.
Your right leg critical damage.
How the hell is my right leg already?
Right
Oh,
arm
I've probably got an
critical
Arctic cheat on me, don't I?
UAV activated.
Come on, buddy. You know you want to fight. Yes, there's literally no reason for me to fight you anymore. I've already got my backup here. Okay, so I'm actually going to stop fighting and start capping. I just decided to take a look at the cap points, and we have pretty much none of them. Fortunately, though, it looks like the rest of our team is able to
Target
respond, which
destroyed.
means well, we're even. So that right there is actually more or less what you're supposed to do as a Locust pilot. Not necessarily win the fight or, you know, take on the entire enemy team by yourself because of the overpowering abilities of your four small pulse lasers. You're just supposed to hold them up long enough that the rest of your team can decide to ambush them. Now, the only problem is I kind of think that our team might suck.
Airstrike online.
And we are kind of separated now. You know what? Screw it. We've got 2 points. They've only got 1. Maybe we can pull
Target
this
acquired.
off. And I really need to get back there because they are doomed. They are so far doomed. They're going to be gone by the time I get there. This is a hardcore loss.
The only thing he could do was kill Freddy. That he could. After that, he managed nothing. That's the rest of the team.
Target acquired.
I don't know what this guy's problem is. Probably something along the lines of, you didn't do exactly what I wanted you to. Grr.
Target acquired.
At this point, I'm really just trying to speed up the whole
New target acquired.
end of the game thing.
Airstrike activated.
Oh, you got me with all those lerms, huh? 200 damage, this is a pretty bad round. Yeah, it happens though. Probably the curse of recording. Once you start recording, of course, you know, that's when everybody starts kicking your ass. Still, that being said, I still managed to do a fair bit of effectiveness. The guy who's bitching at me, his Jenner 2C, you know, arguably considered a superior mech by a lot of people. I say arguably because I say it's still shit. Only managed around 40 more damage than me. So I don't know what he's really bitching about. He didn't manage to contribute more to the battle than I did, and I was doing it with the explicit purpose of actually allowing my team to fight the enemy without having to worry about the 4 or 5 mechs that were in the area trying to help out their buddies. Still, I guess if they're able to find a person to blame it on, they'll blame it on him. I'm of the opinion that he might just have it out for Locust since he was bitching at me earlier about, like, running into his legs. Oh no, I ran into your legs. I'm terribly sorry. You took an accumulated total of 2 damage. Alright. Canyon Network. It's an interesting map for this mech, because on one hand, it's got a lot of cover that I can run into and run out of and all that fun stuff, and I can cross it pretty quickly, and it actually slows down a lot of the heavier assaults and such. Obviously a great deal more than it does me. So even though there's not a lot of space, there's a lot I can do with it. On the other hand, I'm currently in a locust, which means my capability to go over those obstacles myself isn't as great as it could be. Clearly you can do what I did right just then and jackknife it up, but it's still kind of a tough customer. So I know exactly where they're going to come at me from. Clearly they're going to be over in that corner. They're probably going to come over here onto this side and try hitting us early. If they don't, they're going to try and go for the center. That's what they always do. They're probably going to take the roundabout Bravo 4 Charlie 3 pass.
Target acquired. New target acquired.
Oh yeah, they're setting up for a firing line. I can already tell you.
Target acquired.
Charlie 3, Charlie 4.
You got that completely wrong. They're not even anywhere near there.
Target acquired. New target acquired. Airstrike online.
Now, this is probably the majority of what I do in this game, honestly, is I just sit there, call a target,
Airstrike activated.
and watch as they just completely lose their shit trying to kill them. You'll notice that even though I am bright pink, somehow I am still managing to go completely unnoticed from my enemies. All you really have to do to go undetected by the enemy team is sit still and don't make a whole lot of flashy moves.
I'm gonna push ahead, try to get to Charlie.
That's why paint jobs honestly don't matter. Yeah, you get a little camouflage.
Target spotted.
It's not that big of a deal. Alright, now, since obviously Charlie's moving out of the way, this is where my locust part of the deal comes in.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
D. David, down the open.
Target destroyed.
Down here.
There you go. Big trick about fighting a lot of these mechs is poking, which is a technique I
Target
generally tend to
acquired.
look down on, but hey.
New target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
UAV activated.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
As you can see here, I'm just trying to bring terror down to the archer that I'm fighting right now. The fun part of this fact is he can't actually hurt me. I mean, he's got some pulse lasers, mind you, but
Heat level
I can eat
critical.
small pulse lasers for breakfast, and chances are he's probably put... Yep, see, there we go.
Target destroyed.
As I was about to say, he's probably put most of his tonnage into ammo
Down the
and not
bottom,
heat
yep.
sinks. They're supposed to be backup weapons, mind you, so
Target
of course that's how
acquired.
you're supposed to do it. So all of this is
Down the bottom,
usually if
target
you're
spotted.
New
piloting
target acquired.
a learn boat and you get caught by somebody who knows what they're doing and can avoid most of your lasers, you're pretty much screwed.
New target acquired. Warning incoming
Oh
missile.
no, learn boat caught me.
New target acquired.
Guess what, buddy? Just come to you.
Warning incoming
Oh
missile.
no, learns. Just neutered
New
you.
target
Oh,
acquired.
no. That's why you don't draw the attention of a light that's in an eye prime position to fight you.
New target acquired. Heat level
Need
critical.
assistance. Target spotted.
Warning incoming missile. Override engaged. Heat level critical.
Now, as you can note,
New
I can
target
actually
acquired.
override without damaging myself. And there goes most of his
Target
weapons.
spotted.
Target destroyed. New
There's the
target
rest of his weapons.
acquired.
You can now
Enter
see
torso,
why I'm not too
critical
worried about
damage.
these mechs.
Nice. Charlie 3, guys. Push up with Charlie 3.
Go in, kill a couple of them, go back out, and you basically see the whole deal of it. Right about now, when you don't need any real tactical assistance, and
Target spotted.
quite frankly,
Affirmative.
you're not likely to distract many people.
Good luck.
It's really just better for you to try and give support where you can.
Heat level critical. Multiplied critical damage. Target destroyed.
You'll note that my first priority wasn't to actually to kill him, but just to get rid of his mobility. That's because
Target
as a locust,
acquired.
if I can make them
New
immobile,
target acquired.
being as mobile as I am, they might as well have just entered a zone of no time. I guess you'd call that a time stop. Or a timeless zone, or something that sounds prettier than zone of no time. But truth be told, that's really what it comes down to, is if they can't move, they're essentially useless against me. They can't actually turn around to hit me.
New
They
target
can't
acquired.
outmaneuver me. They can't run away, clearly. That's half the reason for doing it.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
So, as a locust, I just stopped
New
fearing.
target acquired.
Oh, jeez. He's looking at me. Big deal here is you gotta actually let your buddies pick up some of the slack. You don't have to do all the fighting. Hell, I don't even like to do most of the fighting. Even really some of the fighting. If I could get away with not shooting a single bullet, I guess I don't have any bullets, a single laser, then I would. It's not really an option, that's why I don't, but...
Right leg critical damage. Right leg destroyed.
Shit. Ah, well, we'll see. My carry wasn't hard enough, but...
Heat level critical. Heat level critical.
Red star, oh my god.
Overload engaged.
Like I said there, I just got a little too greedy. You saw it. Honestly, had this Marauder guy been helping us, we might have had a chance. Still, can't blame it all on him. Like I said, I got a little too greedy. If I hadn't been so greedy, we would have stood a chance, you know? It also doesn't help that he's not targeting, so he has absolutely no clue where the hell to shoot.
Destroyed. Heat level critical. Right torso critical damage. Right arm critical damage.
This is
Right
a
torso destroyed.
classic example of why
Right
you
arm
don't
destroyed.
trust your
ER large laser
team to
destroyed.
be any good at battle. Had we actually had somebody who was, you know,
Indeed, bad.
not completely incompetent, we might have stood a chance. Okay, well, completely incompetent might be a little mean. He did get 576. A couple of kills. Pretty much because he was fresh and had basically been hiding behind our team the entire game. But, you know, it's the thought that counts. Wish I could show you guys a really good match where you just see the stomps and you don't actually see me getting any damage because I'm just not able to kill them as fast as them. But looks like the PGI gods have decided to give us only shitty matches and maybe occasionally show that I can kill a guy or two. That's not really the point, though. Like I said, the point of a locust is to be sort of a tactical terror. I'm supposed to be scaring the enemy into doing what we need them to do, not necessarily killing them. I mean, kill a single mech and you reduce their firepower. Distract 4 different mechs and you reduce the firepower of 4 different mechs. You don't necessarily need to kill them to win the battle. Well, unless you're playing skirmish, but that's beside the point. The point is, I don't need to kill them in order for me to win the battle. I just need somebody else to not die long enough to kill them. You know, that all sounded a lot better in my head. Nicest thing, I'll be honest, about being in a light is I get matches probably the fastest of all the people. Since I think there's only, 8% of the population is in a light. Frozen City. This is one of my favorite maps. A lot of people say that it's pretty much just all poking all the time, and honestly, I say if it's all poking all the time, you're doing it wrong. Notice that even on that team that was talking about how it was so stupid of me to have gone over onto the other side, you know, while I was making sure to cover the retreat of the Stormcrow and the other guy that weren't supposed to be on that side, with the full idea that I was probably going to die, by the way. Notice that they didn't even get any kills until they'd already crossed over. They did literally nothing. That one kill was actually from our mechs while they were engaged with guys that were on the same side as them. So, 99% of the time, if the enemy is just camping on the other side, they're not going to be getting any kills. You've basically got strategic freedom to move however you want. And what actually killed the enemy team was they made no attempt to move on to the other side. They didn't try to get into a position where they could fire on the enemy easily, and it killed them. They actually made a shit ton of mistakes there, but that's the big one that got them killed. That one, and the fact that when they made that little flanking maneuver, nobody actually decided to move on it. They didn't actually, you know, while the enemy was looking the other way, push on the enemy. They just let their buddies die. Notice that even when I think my team's doing something dumbass, I will never, ever just abandon them.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Alright, now I'm going to do my classic thing. No matter what kind of team you're facing, or what the objective is, for the scout to go as far ahead of the group as I do, on a map as flat as this, it's always a risky move, because I'm not going to have, I shouldn't say not going, I'm almost never going to have the support I need, and when I do have the support I need, it's always in a bad spot. you don't actually want you don't want the support you need, because if you need it, then you're probably already screwed. And quite frankly, the only thing they can do is screw you harder. And is that dropship? Is that a Y? Is that an X-wing?
Airstrike online.
Or a Y-wing? Did we get dropped into Star Wars? No, actually it's one of the dropships, I think, but, you know. Hey, at a distance it kind of looks like one. It got my hopes up, alright? You know, I've always kind of been curious about this little crack here. How wide is it? I don't think it's actually wide enough to stick a mech in it, but damn it, I want it to be so much. I think it's actually just kind of flavor. You're not actually supposed to care about it much at all, but still, it'd be so cool if I could traverse that little crack in the ice. Looks like they've probably gone straight. Can't be sure, of course. Oh no.
Target
My
spotted.
buddies ran into him. But on the bright side, I know that guy is by himself. There's nobody around. This poor sod. Oh, not quite by himself.
UAV activated.
I kind of wish I could
Target
tell this
destroyed.
guy, but
New target
I don't know.
acquired.
Press F.
Target spotted.
Now you'll notice here the classic jump jet Arctic cheetah, which is considered by many to be somehow not terrible. They're all wrong. Absolutely wrong.
Affirmative.
It is awful.
Target acquired.
You should never have a
Target
mech
spotted.
that, as a feature,
New
reduces
target
its
acquired.
firepower by 50%. It's not a defensive feature. It's not even a useful feature. It gives you a little bit more mobility, but you can do that with fewer jump jets. You don't need to stack millions of jump jets onto your damn mech. I actually do enjoy having a jump jet or two, but that doesn't necessitate having 16 trillion of the things.
Incoming missile.
Oh no, it's Alarm 5 bow. That didn't help him at all.
Warning, incoming
Now
missile.
the problem is, there's probably a UAV above somewhere. But really all it is mildly irritating. I don't honestly care.
New target acquired.
78% of my armor is
target
actually about
acquired.
average for this stage of the combat.
New target
Said I'm a
acquired.
little irritated with their clone boat, so I will. We've got somebody focusing on it even. It's a Clerm Eben Jaguar. Not really sure that guy knows what he's doing. Let's go say hi.
Affirmative.
Oh dear. They did it. I heard it. You didn't hear it because it's just a subtle little sound. They did, however, drop a UAV.
Target acquired.
Now their guys
New
all
target
know I'm
acquired.
here. Let's play with the Gauss Rifle Warhawks for a second. Alright. This
Flag critical
is
damage.
when you disappear.
Warning, incoming missile. New target acquired.
Yes, that is a Viper on me. No, I am not a medium, so the fact that he is following me is astoundingly a terrible move for them. Notice that there's now 3 different
Warning,
mechs trying to fight me.
incoming missile. Left flag critical
They didn't need to have 2 mechs
Flag
fighting.
destroyed.
I bet you watch.
Warning, incoming missile.
Oh gosh, They have not even started their push, but they are starting their push. Yeah, see what you're seeing here is the cost of following a locust halfway across the battlefield.
Artillery strike.
Yes,
online.
sure, absolutely. It's a locust by itself. You can totally kill it.
Target
But by
destroyed.
killing it, you're
target
actually
acquired.
sacrificing more for your team. Had they had some actual fire support there, and the LRM support they should have had, nobody would have gotten across that chasm. They didn't have to get across that chasm.
Airstrike online.
They actually opened themselves up whenever they did that, for no particular reason.
Missile.
This is especially bad for that archer that's dying right now, because
Target
he has no
acquired.
way of countering that now. He has to kind of hope that his buddies here are able to distract the enemy for long enough for him to get away.
Warning, incoming. Heat level critical. Warning, incoming.
Bam. Well, looks like we have some accidental team killing there. That's okay, though. As long as we... Oh, jeez, this Jaeger med guy is not all that great, is he?
New target acquired.
Boy, if it weren't for this Griffin, they'd be terrible.
New target acquired. New target acquired. SRM at 25%. Target acquired.
This poor guy. You've been found out, buddy.
Target destroyed.
He's still in the Bravo 5 area. If you have seismic sensor, why were you still running? You can stop for like 5 seconds and go find his location. You don't have to keep
Target
running.
acquired.
Yeah, don't waste your ammo. Wait for him to turn around. He's gonna have to.
Target destroyed.
I know it looks tempting because he's got his an open back on you, but you don't actually have to shoot him in the back.
Thank you, little X5.
See there, that's more like what I wanted to show you. It's a win, and you'll notice I did dirt for damage. It's because, like I said, the purpose of a locust is not actually to do damage. Purpose of a locust is just to take the enemy team, distract them, get them moving in the wrong location, and then maybe deal some damage once all is said and done. I mean, honestly, who fights a direwolf with the intention of winning? Even if it is a 2-cost direwolf. Okay. We haven't done any of these, so I don't really mind anything. Grim Plexus. Yeah, this map can be interesting. Generally speaking, depending on the side, I'll pretty much just circumvent the entire enemy force, get behind them, and scout them from there. Kind of like I did last time. It's kind of my modus operandi. I just get behind them and stare at them. Stare into their backs creepily. Like that guy you know at the comic store. You know the one. Fonk-a-lot, but I saw Wank-a-lot. What a name that would have been. What a name.
Reactor.
This
online.
map, my generally accepted
Sensors
strategy,
online.
isn't really recognized by the majority of the player base.
All systems.
So
online.
usually I have a pretty good chance of it succeeding. As a general rule, if it's something the player base doesn't think should work, it won't work. It will work. Guaranteed. It used to be for the longest time that they thought just set up a firing line on each side of the new frozen city and fire on each other, and eventually one of you will just win by virtue of firepower. And the strategy I would always employ, especially when I was in my Marauder, is I'd round up as many guys as I could convince that this is actually a terrible idea to do. Would round them up, have them switch over to the other side immediately, and then just charge them. Didn't matter which side I started on, I would just immediately do it. They'd always set up a firing line, and they would always be facing the wrong direction. Okay, it's been a while since I've actually been facing this direction, so I don't know if there's going to be mechs coming from that side. They shouldn't, though. It should be diagonally across from us. In fact, I'm not seeing anyone, so it can be generally accepted that there is nobody here. I'm going to say that, I'm going to pop over this hill, and they're all going to be there. It's going to be hilarious, and then I'm going to blow up.
Target acquired.
Hello. Oh, and a Jenner. Man, I could. Oh wait, no,
New
it's Commander.
target
Never mind.
acquired.
Oh shit, that's behind me.
New target
Hi.
acquired.
Okay. We'll see whether or not he's enlisted the aid of anybody else. It's actually a really big slap on the wrist to me. I really shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have let them see me. My job there was just to scout for a while. So, big deal for me right now is going to be actually hoping that he doesn't smarten up and realize that Locust is probably going to come right on back around. Circle around and try and get behind him. Pretend like it never happened. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what happened.
New target acquired.
Okay. So as you can see here, they basically set up. They're all along the Fox 6, Gamma 6, Fox 5 line, or Gamma 5 line, sorry. In fact, majority of them moving through Fox 6 to Fox 5 right now. That's basically my job. Got to give them that intel right there. It's not a huge game changer, but when it helps a lot. The other big one is that you just sit here and let them shoot missiles if they want. Which they don't. They changed locks already, so I can go ahead and actually derp out this stalker here. And if I just sit here and wait until the missiles are about to strike,
UAV activated.
I can actually make it seem like I am the missiles. Wait, those were PPs. Oh, right, he has... Oh, those are regular PPCs! I didn't realize because I hadn't seen the two letters ER. Okay, let's get in the middle of that. What's up, dude? Guess what? Why are you not firing your Gauss rifle? Uh-oh. I'm surrounded on all sides. I'd better run or something. Oh, no.
Incoming missile. Right
away. Of course, these fools, they do not realize I'm leading them directly into my cunningly laid trap. Actually, I'm not. Wow, they didn't follow me at all. A little stunned and possibly even insulted.
New target acquired.
They didn't even bother following me. A locust? Do they not love me anymore?
New target acquired.
Probably think I'm gone for good. I gotta be that cowardly. Still, you might notice we have currently pinned them into the hotel area, the Hotel 5, Hotel 4 area. Soon they're gonna be backed all the way into the India area, and it's gonna be freaking hilarious, because there's nobody who did this but themselves. I wish I could claim credit for this, but this is a mistake that's too bad for even me. Admittedly, I might have helped a bit, though.
Acquired.
Oh, this poor Marauder. He is done. D-O-N-E. Done.
Target destroyed. New target acquired. Airstrike online. New target acquired.
Shadowcat bravely peeking. This is kind of his job, though. I mean, at this point, he's got to do whatever he can to assist the team, try and do some damage control here. There's just
New
nothing he
target
can do.
acquired.
Basically screwed. Fun part about Jenners is that I don't actually have to target their torsos like they'd like. I can just leg them.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with
Target
it.
destroyed.
Yep. I wish I could take credit for this, but this is just an absolutely perfect death for them. They just completely screwed themselves over. Neatly stacked themselves away into a corner and then just kind of backed into their own death. .200 damage isn't bad. It's about what I should be doing if I'm scouting properly. You know, not actually getting into engagements and only fighting the enemy about as much as necessary. You shouldn't really be seeing any damage from me until it's later game. It's when you start seeing the stomps is when I don't have to deal any damage at all. A good fight will see me only using enough of my lasers to distract the enemy. It's the bad fights whenever I start actually having to fight seriously and, you know, take out enemies by myself. That's where the points really come from. Because, unfortunately, no matter how good you are with small pulse lasers, those lasers are going to deviate a little each shot, and that means you're doing way too much extra damage in order to get through their armor. I'd switch up to something larger, but medium lasers, I'm not even sure that this mech could handle them. Alpine Peaks. Could have picked something else, decided not to because I wanted to show you guys something new. I wanted to show you guys a locust doing well on a sniper map. An actual sniper map. Not fucking Frozen City, which is actually a very versatile map. But Alpine Peaks, which is a terrible map for players who are short range. There's another one like it. You guys all know Polar Highlands, of course, is known as Lermageddon, or should be known as Lermageddon. Truth is, I can probably actually do well on that map as well. Depends on the team, though. Polar Highlands is a team where if you don't have lots of worms, you need lots of teamwork. Oh, yes. Yes, we're starting off with boob. Not just boob, but boob! do have Captain Hero, though, but I don't think Captain Hero can beat the power of Boob. Boob and Churchman. God, we have just an excellent team. It does help also that Boob is also a Pirate's Bane. Fun thing about Pirate's Bane is that they always seem to have hive minds. If I start piloting my Pirate's Bane and going somewhere, you'll usually see the Pirate's Bane actually start following me of its own volition. This one seems to be just standing still and generally being AFK though, so maybe that won't happen this time around. Fun when it does happen. Get a little mini wolf pack going. Yeah, he's just going to join in with the rest of them, which is a smart move, mind you. I'm acting as a scout, so by no means should anybody follow me. Really, they should get into the ideal position and just let me be sort of a sleeper cell agent. Okay. I'm not seeing anyone around here.
This doesn't bode very well. Everybody's going all different directions.
Don't believe that guy. They're actually about as congregated as a unit usually is. Any closer and you're looking at a death ball, and that's no good.
Airstrike online.
Look, I mean, what he's seeing there is the light lance not being directly part of the rest of the lance. Oh boy, okay, so that's where they are. It's sad whenever you need the actual scout lance to have help from the regular lance in order to know where the enemy is, but it's just that big of a map, you know? So the big one for me is actually going to be confirming where the rest of their teammates are. And
Target
confirmed.
acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired.
Okay, so the big one
Is there a
here.
place we
New
want to
target
converge
acquired.
fast fires?
Airstrike online.
Sure, and your mom.
New target acquired.
Well, I got two
So
assaults
Griffin
at
here is
E6.
going to follow me, huh?
Friendly assaults. I'm heading that way.
UAV
Hey, roger that. I'll
activated.
try to make my way that way.
New target acquired.
Notice that even though that Griffin came at me, all I did was back away. I
Right
didn't
now
actually
we're
try
pushing
targeting him.
west
New
corner.
target
It's
acquired.
because, as I thought, he was just looking to scare me away. You know, he's not actually looking to engage, because if he engages, he knows that he's probably going to get into a distraction. Smart players will do that. It's rare, because you don't usually see players that smart, but smart players will do that.
Warhawk, India, primary.
Black Knight coming up behind. Charlie.
Of course, this guy with the ER larges doesn't really want to fight me.
They're all here.
Airstrike
Black Knight down.
online.
Yep, that's the Griffin I was fighting.
Warhawk, Echo.
He's of course trying to do the sniper thing, which is going to be futile against me since I have absolutely no intention of just letting him fight. He knows that he has to be close in with his enemy
New
or with his
target
allies,
acquired.
because then I can't actually
Target
fire at him.
destroyed.
He's not taking into account the fact that I can just wait them out. I don't have to actually fight them. We're at an advantage here.
Airstrike online.
Why are you stopping?
Target destroyed.
Join the fucking
New
battle.
target acquired. Airstrike activated. Critical damage.
And there we go.
Left torso critical damage.
Hopefully they can actually take advantage of that.
New
I'm
target acquired. acquired.
not expecting a lot from
Roger
this team,
also
though.
destroyed.
There you
New
go.
target acquired.
At this point, I don't think they can lose.
Target destroyed.
I'm not quite confident on it yet, because really they should have had this in the bag the moment the enemy team all turned their backs, but they're pretty far
Go
ahead.
ahead, win that.
It's okay, I was on one over.
Anyway,
Hey, make sure y'all stay together.
you'll notice I got a little
There he
greedy
is, there he
there.
is. Right with trash head, box 5.
No, wait, no, don't do it. Just... Oh,
Two of
whatever.
them.
You guys aren't optimized for this kind of
One of
fight.
them's a Griffin running SRM-6, I think.
You're just
Target
not
acquired.
equipped for it. Don't do it. No! You'll notice that I'm not bothering, because they never actually take the advice of the players. The only way you can actually get them to do what you want is to give them
job,
information that sends
Target
them where you want.
acquired.
Generally, that's just location of enemies, though. The only thing you can do is bribe your allies into fighting the way you want them to fight. The only thing you can bribe them with is damage points and kills.
Critical damage.
But fortunately, they pulled it out anyway.
Good job, team.
Yeah, nicely done. Was a little dicey there at the beginning, though.
Yeah.
You know what? Alright, Polar Highlands. We're not going to get it, but I would like to actually eventually play it. Viridian Bog is another good one. A whole lot of these maps players complain a lot about them because they don't think they can be played in a certain way, and they can. You just have to actually be smart about it. And really, any tactic is viable, because the more tactics you can use on every map, the less they'll be able to expect them and counter them. So there's no particular reason why you can't use a particular tactic, you just need to actually know how to execute it. For instance, I'm going to show you right here and now that you can easily get a scout mech in behind the enemy line without ever dropping down to the lower area. In fact, I could, with enough time, show you that the lower area with a good group can actually be used to an advantage. Now, of course, the nicest thing about the Viridian Bog update is the ramp on the other side. Nobody's going to deny that. The day-night cycle is also awesome. Love the glowing fungus and all the fun little fluff that is added. The most important part, though, is that that ramp actually probably halves the amount of time I need to get to the other side, unless I'm playing from the side that originally had the ramp. Because at that point, you need to use an alternate route for scouting. Although I could just drop down to the bottom, but I don't want to do that because it's kind of a risky move. Kind of a predictable move, too. Everybody does it. That's why I don't do it. I say everybody. I say everybody who's crazy enough to try this particular trick does it. As a general rule, actually, most lights are try and play like they're heavies or mediums. The truth is they're not.
Reactor online. Sensors
A lot of
online.
players think that your
Weapons
lights are supposed to be
online.
reactive armor, basically stave off other
systems
light
online.
attacks and stuff like that. But if you're doing that, you're using them with a really limited mindset. You lose a lot of the utility that a light comes with. You're sacrificing firepower and armor for the ability to do a whole lot of crazy tricks that you otherwise shouldn't be able to do. The fact that I can go into the middle of their forces completely undetected and pick a single mech to fire at for, approximately 20 to 30 seconds, like I did in that last game, pretty much at will, that's something that you can't do in with a direwolf or a marauder or hell, even like a Shadowhawk. You might be able to pull it off with a Viper if you're lucky. It's also one of the ways that I really managed to keep them afraid of my
acquired.
locust. And
Airstrike online.
I'm not kidding about the fear factor. You know that they've got to be at least a little afraid of your mech if they're chasing them to the ends of the earth to shoot them down. When you've got lerms coming in on you, even though they know lerms are going to miss.
New target acquired. Airstrike activated. UAV activated.
Thank you.
Easy UAV. Hopefully they don't even notice. Doesn't look like they're going to.
New target acquired.
Not unless they do something like, say, shoot missiles at them. At which point, then you got a problem. Medusa. Honestly, the new mechs, they are actually fairly frightening to face. I'm not as afraid of them as I am of a stout Jenner pilot, but I am.
New target
They're scary.
acquired.
They're just not terrifying.
Oh good, we all funneled into the smallest choke point in the map.
Now, the thing to note here is, yes, this guy has way more pulse lasers than I do. But unlike me, he can't easily aim them. And also, I have backup. He really should be retreating right about now. Of course, even if it was just me and this guy, he should have been retreating, but he doesn't know that much. This guy's down to one pulse laser and he's still trying to duke it out.
Heat level critical.
Of course, we've got another big problem here. We have a bunch of guys that are just pouring through this pass right now.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
We have nothing we can do about it. They're about to completely
Target
slaughter
destroyed.
our allies.
New target acquired.
Oh, that's SRMs. Oh, geez, I'd better get out of here. Remember, best part about playing this guy is that you can run away. And you can juke him just like that. Yes, my rear torso armor is open, but that's why I have my rear torso armor, so I can make decisions like that.
Target acquired.
Is this guy going to follow me? Yes. Is he going to be annoying? Yes.
New target acquired.
But the greatest part about it is that I have led him back to the rest of my team.
New target acquired.
I've stopped being the biggest thing on his mind. Hopefully.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Target destroyed. New target acquired. Right flag critical damage. Left flag critical damage. Center dorsal critical damage.
Yeah, I didn't have much of a chance there. Still, I managed to get, 2 assaults. 379 damage, so not a bad deal. Problem is this Hidebringer we have here. His weapons are largely useless for what he's doing right now, which makes it really confusing that he's doing it. Buddy, you're gonna have someone on your right. I can't believe you didn't see that coming. I can't believe you're not focusing on him. You could kill him. Unfortunately, when it's 5 to 12, there's no one guy that can fix that team. Boy, a couple of one guys just certainly tried. Those hunchbacks, look at them. They did great. And that Kodiak, he did pretty damn good for himself, too. I mean, 500 damage should be the average for every mech. Assault, yes, it has a lot more tonnage, but let's be honest here. Just because you're heavier doesn't mean that you're going to do a lot better. They're also huge. They're basically there to soak up bullets for everybody else. So, let's be honest. We take them out because they're threats, so we take them out immediately, but because of that, it's a given that they're not going to do as much damage. Getting 500 damage before your inevitable death is amazing. Certainly, if my mech got shot at as much as they do, I wouldn't be able to get 500 damage out. The only map you'll never see me vote for is Caustic Valley. Absolutely hate Caustic Valley. Alright, we've run this whole Canyon Network shtick before. Last time I got a little greedy, went for somebody's leg when I really shouldn't have, and we ended up losing because of it. Well, I mean that, and we had some fairly lower than average players, but, it's a combo thing. It's a combo. If I had done my job properly, we would have still had 2 mechs, still would have been in the game. Could have taken them out slowly, but I didn't do my job, so we lost. Okay, here it comes. I have to start this. Big deal on this match is the map is
Sensors online.
knowing where the
Weapons
enemy's not going to
online.
be likely to move.
All systems nominal.
For instance, they're not going to be likely to move into the circle immediately because it's freaking hard as hell. Yet look at me.
Target acquired.
And for instance, they're not likely to be able to help out their Jenner 2C, who ran into the circle preemptively and found that it was completely secure for his people.
New target acquired. Airstrike online.
What's really funny about this is, if you've noticed, they've completely let us have the hill. They think for some reason that because they managed to get an encirclement going, they're going to be able to win this. But the fact of the matter is, once we've taken out their lights, they've got nothing left. Nobody can move into the hill except for their lights because of how they position themselves.
New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. Center torso critical damage.
Open up my CT.
UAV
Guess I'd better be scared, huh? Oh no, it's really red and orange. Now,
Torso critical damage. Right arm destroyed.
guess I'll just have to run faster. Of course, we got someone here who wasn't quite smart enough to run. That's fine, though. As you can see there, he died. I didn't. That's all that really counts. Oh boy, I actually got him with that.
Target acquired.
As you might have noticed, I just got the KMD on that Mad Dog. That's because he stood still perfectly for my airstrike.
New target.
Fuck. Got a large pulse laser guy camping in a spot I wasn't expecting.
New target.
Fortunately,
New
I
target
didn't spot him
acquired.
for the rest of the team.
Airstrike online. New target acquired. Artillery strike online.
Target
A
spotted.
little
New
bit
target
behind.
acquired.
Notice that most of the remaining guys are out there in the boondocks, so to speak. So we've gotten rid of everybody who can actually cap.
Target destroyed.
Who's in range, they're screwed.
Target acquired.
That rifleman did well, but he's kind of fucked
New
by himself.
target acquired. New target acquired.
Rapidly running out of options.
Ah,
but most of their team's coming to help.
New target acquired.
Now it comes into a question of who's still got the most armor left.
Strike online. New target
I've actually run this
acquired.
build before. Doesn't do well for
New
me.
target
Maybe this guy can
acquired.
pull it off.
New target
Okay, this
acquired.
Jaeger mech is part of the reason we're
Left
losing.
torso critical damage. Center torso.
See that? That is some classic indecisiveness.
New target acquired. New target
Does not know how to prioritize his
Torso
targets. It's
critical
causing a big
damage.
problem for his team.
New target acquired. Left arm critical
So you can
damage.
do 30 pinpoint damage as long as he actually picks a target and shoots it.
Force destroyed.
Poor Timberwolf, he never had a chance. Let's watch him die. Oh no, it's a Centurion. Poor guy isn't going to do any better. Yeah, early on I thought that this would have been the winning strategy, but unfortunately these guys just don't have the skill to execute their plan.
Destroyed.
They just don't have the firepower. The Spider's got the right idea too, it's just, it's not doing it good anymore. They've got the point. It's a little unfortunate, but sometimes it happens.
Left flag critical damage. Right flag critical damage. Right arm critical damage. Left arm destroyed.
So the Spider is a really good pilot, I commend him. Probably did a whole lot better in combat than I did this round. Charlie Lance, that was just bad. Is good.